Hi, my name's Amber from Ultimate Body Pilates, and today on the Mega Core I'm going to go through some knee pain exercises. So really great for anyone who needs knee rehabilitation or just has knee pain in general. Usually if we have knee pain, it's coming from something else, so it's really good to do Pilates and to see someone so that they can solve your real issues. The knee joint is usually the dumb joint between the hip and the ankle. So it could mean that you just really need to work on stabilizing your hips better, or if you're like me and you've had previous ligament damage in torn ligaments a lot of times in your ankles and you're really stiff and you have poor dorsiflexion, that it could be just dealing with that as well. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of exercises which will combat all those things and hopefully give you a lot of relief for your knees. So on the Mega Core, we don't want to go too heavy. We're going to start with 3 springs. I have 2 red springs and a blue. So like 2 heavy springs and a medium, maximum 3 heavy. If you have a circle, great. If you don't worry. We're going to use that later. Come down and let's lie on our backs to start. I've got the footrest up in vertical position and my headrest up for comfort. Close your legs together. We're going to start with footwork. Take a deep breath in. Heels are on top of the bar. Really flex the toes back towards your face now. And think about that you're standing against a wall. Take a deep breath in, and then you want to connect, fire up all those muscles, your butt, your thighs, your hamstrings. You need to use these guys to support your knees. You don't want to be pushing and pulling from our knee joint. So get those muscles to fire like you're pushing against that wall and stretch out. Now, if you've just had a knee op or your knees are really sensitive, just come out to halfway. If you're okay, come further out, but you don't want to have any popping in your knees. You want to feel the work in your muscles. Take a deep breath in at the top again, and then really drag yourself in. Okay, so you're really thinking of pulling the carriage towards you. So I'm not letting the springs just pull me down. I like to take it pretty slow in footwork. Take a deep breath in again. Don't get too caught up in the breathing with this one. We kind of can do either as long as we're breathing in one direction, filling up, expanding to those ribs, and then exhaling, drawing the tummy down, pulling that carriage in from our hamstrings. It's so great to start with footwork for anything in Pilates, but especially for our knees and all our joints to start to get lubricated. We'll just do this a couple more times. And then on the next one, I want you to stretch all the way out. We're going to come halfway in. It's like you're seated on a chair. Okay, I want you to lift one foot off and feel the quad really engage, no movement, and change. So we're just transferring the weight. I'm trying not to shift my hips. I'm wrapping my rib cage in. And I'm just lifting one leg off at a time and feeling that nice quad engagement. Keep peeling the toes back to your face. Couple more. Feel the muscles really starting to strengthen up. Then we're going to come to the balls of the feet. Slightly parted. Heels are about halfway lifted. Reach your sit bones in towards each other and stretch your legs out. Remember, not popping, just to where you can maintain. Zip up and in. And then exhale. Again, I'm really dragging the carriage in. I'm kind of resisting it, pulling me back in. All the way to close if you can. And again. Fill up, expand in your back body now. And exhale. Try to keep the feet as relatively still as you can. Let's do a couple more. Breathing in. If it feels okay, you can start to go a little bit quicker now, just pressing in and out. Just starting to get some flow. 2 more. Halfway and hold again to get those thighs nice and parallel. and you're going to reach the heels under you and lift them up. So now, this is great for me with my stiff ankles. We're really trying to get nice articulation through the ankles. I'm pressing the balls of my feet down and really stretching the back of my heels under, but keeping my knees bent. A couple more times. This next one I really love. I'm going to bring my knees together. It's like I'm pigeon-toed. I'm turning inward rotation. Great for strengthening the VMO here. Tailbone heavy. I press out only as far as I can keep my knees squeezing in tight together. Don't let the knees separate. And exhale. Come back in. Okay, so my feet are slightly parted. And I'm inwardly rotating my knees together. And I'm wrapping from my inner thighs. Squeezing, holding that connection. And then coming down. Again, if you can go faster, do it. Really start to lubricate in the body now. But if you start to feel any tinges in the knees, back off, slow down. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Pilates V position, of course. Pulling in and out. Wrap your thighs. Start to get some movement happening now, really starting to warm up. 3 more. Last one. Come all the way in. Pick up your circle if you have one, or you can use a band. Place it on the outside of your thighs, okay? Basically, it's just for your tracking position. Get your toes up. We're going to do some bridging. So you want to pop that headrest down flat. Press out just so you have a slight activation. So your knees are tracking straight up to the ceiling, always. And you're going to articulate up to a nice bridge. Pull that pubic bone back towards your nose. Don't come up too high. Try and keep your ribs knitted in nice and tight. Scoop out your tummy and then roll down. So I've got constant engagement along the outside of my legs and hip. Try not to move the carriage, that's the hard part. Keep going with that, rolling up. So again, we're working that strength along the outside leg. Scoop your tummy and roll down. And I'm really just warming up the spine here. Small, little bridges. 2 more. Keep the carriage in at the stopper. Feel the back of those hamstrings engaging. We really need strong hamstrings, strong posterior chain, if we have any knee things going on. One more time. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Sink your tummy down. Curling, curling. Try and get a bit more of a hip stretch now if you can. Same amount of pressure on that circle. And roll down. Now we're going to go into a glute bridge. So no articulation. Keep the pressure on the circle. Squeeze your butt up into the air. And then lower it down. Keep going with that. We always want a strong booty as well. If you're not sure if it's activating, put your hands on your butt, touch it, squeeze it, and down. Are you still having pressure into the circle? Toes back to your face, carriage not moving. Let's go, lift it, squeeze the butt. Again, up, down. 3 more. 2 more. The last one. Excellent. Take your legs out of there. We're going to have about 2 springs on for this next one. So rock up, take 1 spring off, I'd say 2 reds, and you're going to place your straps. You're going to get your leg straps now and place it above your kneecap. This is amazing for your hips and learning proper hip stability. Okay, so if we have knee problems, we don't want to put the straps too far away, so we don't want to put it in our feet, so it may irritate. And then we're just going to do some nice mobilization, just circles. Okay, so feel the hips sinking down, knees opening up. And don't worry too much, I'm trying to stay pretty still in my center. If you're moving around a bit, it's okay. Just want to, again, lubricate in here and mobilize. Reverse your circles. You can do everything from here, your frogs and everything, until you get kind of stronger in your joint. It's a nice place to put your straps over your kneecaps if you're struggling with them in your feet. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's take those straps out, place them back down. Now we're going to come over onto our sides. I'll face you to begin. You're going to get your front strap, place your hand on the shoulder rest. Oh, we want to go down to a very light spring now, just one blue, a half a spring, so just one spring only. Lie on your side. Push the bar away with your bottom foot. And again, we're going to put the thigh inside the big strap, the leg strap, and then adjust yourself so that you're nice and stable. Your hips are stacked, one on top of each other. You can test that with your hands behind you. And then all we're going to do is lift the leg up and down. I love doing this really simple exercise to really connect into my hips and really train how your legs should move. Because a lot of the times when we have a knee injury, that's what happens to me, is that my knee just tracks away. Okay, so we need to then retrain the movement pattern and strengthen the hips and the ankles. Now let's do some little circles here, circling. And reverse. So you'll see my foot's not moving. I keep the 90-degree angle the entire time. Then I place my feet together and clams, close down, squeeze your heels tight, and really press into that strap. But keep pressing your top hip forward, so keep it stacked, and reach your butt towards the foot bar. Okay, so we're keeping the length here and the stacking of the hips. Couple more. This is such a great exercise for building your booty and just so many rehab things. So really do this every day if you can. Okay, let's take it out straight to more of a single leg. Careful, if you can't straighten it, keep it slightly bent. If you can, you're going to straighten it all the way up, and you're kind of holding behind that kneecap. I'm going to push my foot up to the bar, hold it there, use that resistance, go halfway down in line with my hip. So I'm pushing up, squeeze. I like to put my hand on top, not where my bum is, just down a little bit, and think about using that muscle where my hand is to lift the leg. So reach your heel, and it's important to make sure that your toes are facing forward, and just press into your hand with your muscles here. Keep going. Feels really good. Last one, more of a challenge. Take it back, so you may have to move out of the way of this bar a little bit, get behind your bar because we haven't taken it down, without overarching your back, and same thing, up and down here now. It's a little bit more challenging. 3, 2, hold it up there, squeeze it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good job. Bend in, take your strap out, place it back down. We get a really nice stretch. The same leg you're using, that was my right. Sit yourself up. Bring your foot, left foot down at the bottom, and stretch your right leg out, okay? And place the bar on your arch. Cross your right foot over to your left side, and then bring your body forward. Oh, such a nice stretch. Try and keep it parallel. So I've got the arch of my foot on the bar. Ooh, you may not be able to straighten it. You may be like this, bent. But the right foot is crossed over your midline on the left side. Then straighten it out if you can. Pull down. You may not reach there. You can hold on to here, wherever you can reach to. Just breathe. Oh, feels so good. It goes right up deep across all those muscle groups, right, and wraps around your leg. Great. Okay, let's do all that to the other side now. So I will have my back towards you, but hopefully I'll have good alignment that you can see. So let's get our strap in this direction. Place it around the top of your thigh. Sit yourself back, sit up. I'm stacked in my hips, legs are stacked. I'm just opening and closing. So the carriage should not move, okay, because the leg shape is not changing. It's a 90-90 angle. It doesn't move. So I'm not kicking my bum in or anything like this. Stay still. Try not to collapse in your side waistline. Hold the next one up here and let's circle. Scoop your tummy. So again, I'm not making the movement with my foot. I'm training my hips, okay, and I'm letting my knee relax. Reverse, so it's really nice and supportive. Circling back the other way. And into our famous clams now. Squeeze the feet together, close the top knee, but don't drop it on the other knee. Just hover off the bottom knee and then squeeze it open. And again. Squeeze it. Feel that glute engaging. It doesn't have to be very big at all. 2 more. Last one. And then you slowly straighten that leg out in line with your hips, so it should be just towards the back of your bar. And then you flex the foot, you lift it up and down. I'm moving the hand just on the top of my thigh, and I'm squeezing that muscle group as I lift, and then I release it. I squeeze it, I lift it, and I position my foot so parallel that the heel and little toe are kind of touching that bar as I lift. More of a challenge, take your foot out, stretch it behind the bar, try not to overarch here, halfway down, squeeze up. Squeeze up. 3, 2, and 1. Bend it back in carefully, push your other foot on. Take your strap out, place it down. We'll just give you a stretch on this side. So you position the left foot with the arch on the bar, other foot down, and you stretch out. Okay, you're going to reach the left foot across onto the right side. Try and straighten it if you can. If you can't reach to the bar here, hold on down to the sides. And really sink your arch into this bar, reaching your heel under. Such a nice stretch. Breathe into it. Really massage down into it. Reach the heel down, go deeper. So my other foot is kind of on this metal plate here. I'm just bent a bit out of the way, allowing this stretch. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day. Thank you.